crazy. This dog just adopted me yesterday. I've never been adopted before, so my eye just twitched when I said that, and I felt like I was gonna cry. God, I love these videos because I've been feeling like this lump of something in my throat for a couple of days now, and I'm like, okay, you can cry if you want to. Like, I need to get a microphone. I want to get a microphone. Whoa. Oh, that felt good. Been feeling this pull to cry. But it's like a different type. I feel like I'm crying from a different place. And I'm living here. It's so weird. Weird is not the word. I need to not use that word. It is new. Synchronous. There she is again. This I just did this with my mom the other day. There's an accent inside of me that like wants to come out, and it reminds me of my friend Cassidy. She has a Wisconsin accent, and I've noticed a couple times I'll just start like synchronicities. Yeah, anyhow. There's so many thoughts rolling around in my head. There's so much. Oh yeah, I need to make the disclaimer for this video. So disclaimer, I am a nobody to nothing, and I'm not giving advice or recommendations. The entire point of me having this video created is for me, and you're welcome to watch. So when I'm speaking in a manner and as a matter of fact, because this is my truth and my facts where I'm at right now in life. So I'm going to be speaking as though it's the truth. It might not be your truth. Cool. Because I'm just talking to me here. I'm going to start with making a statement. Something that is an absolute fact. Is that for every high, there is a low. For every to, there is a fro. To and fro, stop and go. What movie is that from?
For every two, there is a fro. Fro. Yes, fro.
For every high, there is a low. And if you asked me back when I began my self-awareness and self-love and self-investing journey, I would have told you that like I just want to stay high, happy-go-lucky. I'm always a great person. I'm always kind. Like that's what I aspire to be. I want to be the most enlightened, light version of myself. I don't want to deal with my demons. I want to cast them out. I want to be, or I don't want my shadow to come to play. I want to be kind to everyone. And that's a beautiful focus, a beautiful thing to aspire. But here we are 4 years into my journey, and I have made friends with my demons. Anger is probably one of my best friends. My shadow self, I let her come out when I'm not able to shine as bright. And then my higher self is the one that like usually comes out on these videos. And these are just all aspects of being human. These are all different types like of emotions that actually are places within me. It's almost like a choice. at this point. Because I'm self-aware enough, or at whatever level I'm self-aware, I'm self-aware in the moments of life more often than not. That doesn't mean that I'm always consciously aware, but when I need to call, that's beautiful. When I feel that my body or my emotions are a little fuzzy or like tingling, as soon as I feel my body, my mind then starts racing. And as that's all going, my awareness is like, do you feel that? Do you see your thoughts? Do you feel your body? And it's like, yup. And it feels like it's a choice at that point to sit with what I'm doing. I feel like it's an option now. And like when I was younger, it wasn't an option. If I was going through anxiety, I was going through anxiety. And if I was happy and excited, that's like, there was no other option than to ride that emotional ride. And when I was angry, I had to like live it, just like a child. Like they have to live out that angry temper until it's diffused or deflected or gone or whatever. And I feel like now I have the choice within me. It's like, anger is arising. Sadness is arising. Tingles are arising. Confusion is arising. Happiness from places I didn't know would bring me happiness. And I'm able to sit and watch and feel myself having an experience. And right now I have felt something I've never felt before. It's probably taken me a couple days to recognize it. I kept feeling like I couldn't breathe that much, and I was coughing a lot, and I was coughing at like random times. And so I started to just become aware of myself, because I don't know what's going on. And that's also part of the journey as well. There's things that I feel within me, or I can feel tension. I'm like, I know exactly what that is. But there's also other times when you don't know at all what's going on. But the best tool that you have is self-awareness. So I've been feeling this in my chest, and I've noticed my coughing. I've also noticed my throat, and I've noticed my head here tingling. I also noticed like I was really itchy right here. But nothing is presenting itself. I don't have hives. I don't have a cold. I take headache medicine and it did not go away. It's not a migraine. I've had those. Anywho, it's all new. And I think it took me about 4 days to collect just noticing this going on inside of me. And then like, it clicked. My heart chakra feels as though it's finally lit. And I've been leading with my head or my thoughts a lot. But my thoughts were rooted in fear. So I feel like I've been like making it up the chakra, the Kundalini ladder, as they call it. If they call it that, I think they do. And I'm sitting right here right now. And it's warm and tingly and fuzzy, and my breath gets taken away. And I've noticed that like when this arises, it's not on a level of like something's wrong or this hurts. It just feels intense, and it makes me smile, because as I'm aware of this feeling, and as I've now like started to correlate this to my heart chakra, or whatever you want to call it, just this area, I forgot. As I'm remembering, I forgot. I remembered that I forgot. I used to live here. My heart would tell me what to do and where to go and what to create and who to trust and how to keep myself safe and how to protect others. And I feel like we finally just like turned it back on. and it feels like home, but I will, and not but, and I will, and I will say that this is a high moment in my life. This is a coming home moment. And so I also know what that means too. It's like cleaning house a little bit. Once you start caring about yourself some more, you change your diets mentally, emotionally, physically. And so since I've realized that I've come home to this, today has been like a hangover day. And again, it's not a painful one, it's just intense. And the best way that I've found to handle this is to go with it and tell the mind we're just gonna go with it. What arises right now is not permanent. What arises right now are truths and are not truths. You're gonna be confused right now because you're now seeing things and feeling things on a whole nother level and remembering who you are. So like the character that you have been playing right now or for the past couple is not who you are right now. So like what's going on inside is the shifting, and it's like it's very emotional, it's very heady, it's almost, you just have to, I have to give myself permission in this time to just like whatever wants to arise may arise with love and kindness and truth, as well as do not make any decisions right now. Just flow, rest. You're detoxing. It's a hangover. And the better I am at this, it becomes more of a vacation to myself instead of like, oh no, what goes up must come down. Oh shit, I'm gonna have a horrible time. You know, happiness, oh, that's a good one. Happiness. Once you reach happiness, you know there has to be sadness. But once you're that high, all you can do is go down. And once you're down, all you can do, yeah. I can hear that right now in my head. Like, if I don't aspire to happiness, then I won't have to reach sadness. So I'll just say stay numb. And that is something that like I was acting on that as my truth. But if you ask me verbally, I would tell you that's not my truth. But I was acting like that was my truth. I was like, I'm not going to set the bar high. I'm not going to expose myself. I'm not going to be my true authentic self because it's going to take too much heat. Because being your authentic self, as much as it's healing in a blissful way, it also could be healing in a provoking and disturbed way. Like even your most loved ones and close friends and whatnot, it's great when they can accept and hold your hand and like resonate and have compassion and just give you space and freedom to be your authentic self, even if it looks funny. It's almost like watching a little kid get a jiggy on, you know, like they look so silly, but they're so freaking cute. And so to provide that space for someone is a blessing and a gift. So if you have someone in your life that, here I am talking to, so if you have someone in your life, so to have someone in my life that provides that space for me, I'm so grateful for them. But then there's others that when you're changing, it calls other people who benefit from you playing the old characters. It shakes them up a little bit, and sometimes it's not a fun experience because, well, I shouldn't say it's not fun. It feels not fun, but truly it is like a little bit of like a detective adventure. People say that I see the world through rose-colored glasses, but honestly, I am happier, I am more confident, I am more blah, 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 blah. Like, I shine. Why should I dim my light just because it's someone else's truth? To be realistic, I don't want to do that. I rather rose-colored glasses, and trust me, I have times when I take those motherfuckers off and I just, ugh. But I'm also gleaning when I do that. I'm not just sitting in self-pity and anger and the world is shit. Yeah, I feel that in the moment, but like I'm gleaning, I am cleaning, I am like, something inside me wants to be heard, so like let's let that arise, and that happens a lot. I've noticed that happens a lot in my videos, where it's really cool that I've given myself permission to videotape myself having these conversations within myself, looking like a fucking psycho, but at the same time, it's evident. It's so evident, the practice. So, going back to the highs and the lows. I'm what you would call in a low, but what I'm calling it is the lazy river resort, and I'm just going to sit here, and if my thoughts start, I allow space for gratitude and for love and for nothingness to just like come in. And if my brain starts to spiral, I just say to my brain, I notice you, I hear you, but I'm not in a space to hold you. I'm not even in a space to hold myself right now. And so I lean on my affirmations, and I lean on my knowingness, and I lean on my practices. Because my brain tells me other things, and that, like, you know, stupid stuff, like you're wasting your time, or you need to be more realistic, you know, all those, like, but there's so much evidence in my life of goodness and guidance, and that I am guided, and that I am beyond blessed even when I don't feel like it. And I am so not alone whenever I feel my most alone. I know it's not true when I have these negative thoughts. And I know that honestly they're not my thoughts, because they don't have rose-colored glasses on them. Even my demons wear rose-colored glasses.
Oh yeah, you're beautiful. Oh, was this light better? Okay.